Well, hello, Unlimited Wisdom family and community. A lot of exciting things going on. Thank you for jumping on, Matthew and Michael and Angela, Mike Dean, Lisa Marie, Scott, Coach Bob, Eric, Mary, Deborah Grady, Sandy, Jim, Melody. Great to have you on here. And of course, the hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman, and my incredible, lovely wife, Terry. Terry slash Ling. Ling. Not like ding-a-ling, just Ling. And hey, it's great to have you on here, Bill and Mr. Shoemaker. So today, and for the topic, I just want to go on a little bit to just share with each and every one of you that one of the people that I felt inspired me and got me going in things in life is definitely um, uh, Chuck Norris. I mean, Chuck Norris was just like one of my superheroes when I was young. And, I watched a video about him. I don't remember, Craig, did you send that to me? I don't remember who sent it to me. It was somebody that sent it to me, and it was just like, I know who it was. It was Ron Deering. And it's like he knew that I was in martial arts, and like I don't know if I shared with you guys, but the guy the first time I got involved in martial arts was in trade school. And then when I got out of trade school, I was in Taekwondo, and then I was actually a security guard, a bodyguard at concerts. Hi, Faith. Hi, Scott. And when we went to California, I found a Taekwondo studio. It was Simon Ree. If you looked up stuff about him, he was the guy that was always fighting against Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapons movies. And there was another guy that was downtown LA, and he was Benny the Jet Bakitas was his name. And so what all the studios did back then was it was really, really amazing. What they would do is once a night, I mean, once a week, any style could come fight everyone. And so I was there one of the nights that they were doing this, and there was a guy that you see that Chuck Norris fought. His name was Superfoot Wallace. He was in fact in a couple of movies with Chuck Norris, and then there was also Superfoot Wallace, and then Chuck Norris and Benny the Jet Bakitas. And so they would line them all up, and for a brief time, we got to spar each other. And it was just crazy how you would go for a couple minutes and switch to the next fighter, go a couple more minutes, switch to the next fighter. And it was just amazing to see just how good these guys are, like on a scale that you can't imagine. And there was a lot of stuff from this video, if Craig shared it, that I didn't know. It was like, Chuck Norris got involved in martial arts in Korea. And then when he got home, he wanted to start going tournaments, and as soon as he did, he fought some people that were just really, really good. They were world champions, and so the first two tournaments that he got involved in, it wasn't like he lost; it was like he got destroyed. And but he wouldn't give up. He just wouldn't give up, and so he started studying. And the term mixed martial arts is, believe it or not. Even Bruce Lee said that, he has done, Chuck Norris has actually done more than Bruce Lee. So he was like, it is like, that probably was Eric that did that. Oh, Coach Bob, there you
Coach
go.
Bob.
Okay. But one of the things is it's, he was a world champion for 6 years in a row. And so what was really, really amazing about him is that if you just really look at all the stuff that he did and how many times that he just wasn't where he needed to be, and all he did was when he got a black belt in Korea, his first black belt, they said that he wasn't good. He didn't have good technique. He wasn't strong. He just mastered discipline. So they said that where he really, really would win on people is he would win because he knew multiple arts, but the second is he was consistent during the whole entire fight. So what a lot of fighters would try to do, and they still try to do this in mixed martial arts today, you get the guys that are the biggest and the hardest hitters, and because they're big and they hit hard, they got to do their best to try to take you out in the first couple of minutes of the first round. And if you can stop them from hitting you and knocking you out, then for the rest of the fight, it just gets worse for them. because because now what you're doing is you're taking away their cardio, you're taking away their ability to be strong. A lot of these good fighters will then like take you down, and you could be a great boxer, but if you're not a good wrestler or grappler, then they just wear you out. And so I was unaware. I always heard that Bruce Lee was considered as one of the people that started mixed martial arts. And to hear all this new stuff about Chuck Norris and all the things that he started out not being very good at, and then he consistently went better. And we talked about a comedian that did this as well. The the ventriloquist that we talked about.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue because why would I know that, Chuck Norris was bigger in Asia and Europe and in Africa, that he was bigger there with his movies than he was in the United States. And then they said 8 seasons and 200 episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger Walker, 200 episode, 8 seasons. And they were saying that like no other series is done in more languages.
Wow.
Than Chuck Norris. So if you guys get this chance to watch it, I think that it's a really neat thing calling motivation. That's just really, really powerful. And me, I've always looked at myself this way. My son and I were talking a little bit this morning, and Josh and I know that Matt, if they ever share the link, it will be aiupline.com. You know what I mean? A person can go there, click on it, do whatever. And I was going back and forth with my son, and I said, I think I'm just gonna share my affiliate link like I tell everybody else to share the affiliate link. Because I want to show you guys, just like I do in everything, it's my consistency of how you're going to see that I continue bringing in. And I know Matt's on here. I'll bring it up later because I don't know if he's listening, but I think there should be 2 leaderboards. One leaderboard would be the person that's getting all the points and gamification going up through all the things that it offers. And then there should be a separate leaderboard for people that are bringing in affiliates, how many paid affiliates they have, how many legends they have, because that's where I always win. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is if you guys look at anything that I've done, it's me being consistent. I'm just consistent, and I'm always doing what I'm supposed to do. So you might have some people that might have a good week or a good month, but at the end of the year when they hand out the trophies, it's the person that was consistent over a whole period of time, right? And I just know that we're just going to continue to make better changes to AI Upline. And again, I'm going to show my consistencies. Now, for those of you that want to understand how everything rolls together, I believe that a lot of people are going to use AI Upline, and they're going to get really, really good at all the new stuff that Matt puts in there. And I still think there's going to be some people that want to be a part of a community. You know what I mean? Like Unlimited Wisdom. So if some of you are going, which ones are there? You know what I mean? Again, I think it's always the way that you think about yourself. And it's like sometimes you're a spouse, and sometimes you're a mom, and sometimes you're a mom for furries. And you know what I mean? Sometimes you try to be the best daughter you can, the best sibling you can. And you don't wake up every day going, I think I'm going to just focus on being a mom to my furry animals today because that's all I can handle. You know what I mean? Because I think the world makes us think about that we can't do all things when we can, when we want to. So how many of you, if you got a really dear friend and all of a sudden you find out that you're gonna, be with that friend, how many of you are really, really good at putting everything aside and just focusing on being with that friend? Just being present with that friend. So today, or for this amount of time, including driving time and driving time home, I'm just gonna be a friend to somebody. That's what I'm going to be. And then maybe when I get home, I have to feed my animals, and I need to be a mom for a while, and I need to be a spouse for a while. And so I want every one of you to understand that a lot of overthinking and a lot of confusion always comes from right here. If you want to be able to do it and do it all, I want it all and I want it now. So don't look at AI Upline as being anything other than a way for us to help people more. You know what I mean? Craig was sharing with me some really cool things, and he goes, "Hey, I was following it exactly." Well, Craig, why don't you share that story with everybody really quick? I just think it was really cool.
Okay, yeah, I started playing around. Thank you, Robert, by the way.
Yeah.
I started playing around with AI Upline, and I got somebody from on Telegram. You know how you get the supposed spammers on Telegram. So instead of just saying, getting mad at them for doing it because they were selling me on whatever the trade thing was, I thought, let's make use of AI Upline. So I went into the personal coach and I followed along what I gave him the information of what I had and or what do I say in the personal coach. That's the section. What do I say? And so I put her response or her on Telegram into that. And what do I say? The AI upline gave me three responses. And so I responded appropriately with one of the three. And I have so far created a dialogue with this person instead of pushing them away. I thought, let's try it. And so far, it's been a positive. The last response I got in her trying to get me to get involved with her trading and investments was I'm open to new ideas, especially when it's about health and wellness. So I responded based on, of course, what AI Upline said. Great. Immunical boosts glutathione, the superhero antioxidant for immunity. Can I share a quick video? Now, this was a little more than an hour ago. She's slow on the response uptake, which is fine. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to get excited.
She should be
And I'm not
using
going to get
AI Upline. Sorry
anxious.
to interrupt you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
She'd
was using
respond. I
it.
said she should be using AI Upline too. If she was, she'd respond faster.
You're probably right.
That
Well,
would be that would be funny. It's like you would have responded to me by now if you were using AI Upline. No?
so I thought, what a perfect opportunity to test, at least from what I see. And let's see what happens. Right now, it's back to her, and we'll see if she responds. She was last seen an hour ago, according to Telegram. So who knows?
Thank you,
We'll
Craig.
keep everybody posted. Thank
Everybody
you for
give
letting me
hey
share it.
Craig, yeehaw. Yeah, there we go. We're proud of Craig. And so I don't have much more to share with you guys. I do want to let you know that as soon as Matt gets done creating a graphic, I'll be sharing with it and sharing it with you. So, to get to watch Josh sort of pitch this on Thursday will be pretty cool. So that will be 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern, and that would be 11 o'clock Pacific, correct? So we'll make sure that we get that out there. But yeah, Matt is going to create a graphic, and Josh and I are both going to be on there. And it's like, hey, AI upline, here you are. And I really like saying little phrases. You guys know that I naturally, just trust, let go and trust God. And so there's a lot of neat things where I even was speaking to Ray Higdon. And all I did is I reached out and I said, some people use old school, some people use new school. I said, wouldn't you be interested in seeing the newest school? And I sent him a link and he just replied. I think he just said, I've been super, super busy. I'm going to go through. But here's something that I thought was really hilarious. As I could tell that he was busy when I reached out to him yesterday. And all he said, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to share, the screen. But I shared with him the link to the AI upline, and I just told him what we were doing, and he goes, "Very cool, bro," and that's all he put. And so in the voicemail, in the voice, and he says here, he says, "I'm currently slammed in at a men's event. After this weekend, I'll let you know." But what I did is I said to him, you guys will crack up when I say this. And so I said, right now we're testing the new AI upline. And I said, do you have a response? If someone asks you to look at something and the response is very cool, bro, I said, what would be your response to that as we trade? So the response that he said to me, I said to him, hey, if you said you need to check this out and you notice the person didn't, create a profile to even look at it, and their only response was very cool, bro, what would you say would be a right response for that? Because as we're training the upline, and he came back and he apologized. And I said, well, listen, here, Matt did a video, we'll take a look at this. And then I just told you the response that he gave me. So Coach Bob put question marks. That probably, yeah, I have no clue what that is. Bro, you look at it, IR. But what I want to show you guys too is a close up today. I seen this video today, and I just thought that you guys would really, really love it. So I'm gonna show you this really, really quick. I just think it's awesome. Can you see it, Craig?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
These are the elements of the scientific method. First, observe. Second, question. Third, hypothesize. Fourth, experiment. Fifth, test. 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 Question. Now start over. Observe. Question. Hypothesize. Experiment. Test. Start over. Observe. Question. Hypothesize. Experiment. Test. And finally, share results. Now start over.
Hey, did you guys like that? Apparently you didn't, Ling. What'd you think? Oh my God. What?
I love the scientific method. Huge fan.
No comment? Just funny. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, I'm very analytical. Maybe that's why I like that movie, because it's a lot of people, what they always do is it's the phrase that I hear all the time, which is ready, aim, fire. So most people just always consistently are getting ready to get 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 ready. And then they don't even aim. They're like, they don't even get focused on one thing, and they just keep moving, never ever getting it, locked in. And so it's why they made tracer bullets. It's like me, I fire and then get closer than fire, then get closer than fire. I don't even have any ready. So a lot of things is people are still going to look at stuff like, unlimited wisdom and AI upline, and they're going to go, I don't know what I don't know what to do. And it's like, yeah, that's the ready. No, it's just like fire, 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 fire. Just go on and on. And so a quick shout out to I'm so proud of Coach Bob. It looks like he's within days away from hitting gold, and I'm just super, super proud of him. And it's like it's so awesome because Bob left me a nice little message, and he's going like, "Listen, I was not even thinking about even doing this, but you just stayed on me." So that's the kind of pest that I am, is I believe in you and I know that you can do it. And I believe that each and every one of you has greatness inside of you. As soon as you can stop overthinking and stop saying to yourself that I can't do this and just do it. So I love and appreciate you guys. I hope you watch that Chuck Norris, even if video, just to show all the stuff that he went through and what he's left as a legacy for his family. And I know if they can do it, we can do it. So those are just videos that I always watch to inspire me. So thank you, Linda, Faye, Scott, Bill, Matthew, Mike, Dean, Lisa Marie, Scott, Eric, Melody, Dustin, Michael and Angela, Coach Bob, Mary, Deborah Grady, Sandy, Jim, hostess with the mostest, and my incredible, lovely wife, Ling Ling. Peace out.